Rick, what was your message to the team during that first media timeout after they had jumped out to a lead?
Well, at the start of the game, as long as we're trying to do what we're trying to do, again, we missed some shots. They were there, but it's just simply we're going to play the right way. And if you don't, because we knew this coming in, we're still trying to figure a way every game to get the guys that are playing, all of them if they can, to play. And we're going to play the right way. If not, we're going to get the guys out there that will play the right way. And I thought the first half, pretty much for the whole game, our guys did a good job. You get a lead like that, it's hard sometimes not to continue with your concentration on what we're trying to do. They played zone most of the night, which we hadn't seen that all year. So yesterday in practice was the first time all year that we've spent any time really working against, because we feel like with the ball handlers we have and the post guys and shooters will be fine against zones. But just play the right way. And at the start of the game, I don't think they were not trying to play the right way. They hit a three early, but we had shots, we just didn't make them. And then a couple rebounds bounced long, which that happens sometimes.
What did you see from Clarence in practice the last few days to go from him early, and how did you assess his performance?
You know, he's the one guy, I've said it to you guys before, he's the one guy that personally I just felt like I had to get him out there more, and because he's, from the time he got here after, in the fall, he's just, he reminds me a lot of Eve Pons in the fact that he's so driven. He never complains about anything. He's just all about what do I have to do to get better. And when you watch him, as I sit every day or stand every day and watch you start practicing just the short shooting or whatever drill that we're in, he just goes at it, maybe harder than anybody on the team. When you got a guy like that, there's something in your gut that says we got to give him a chance to get out there, and the more he gets out there, the better he's going to be.
Coach, this past week, does it feel like you're back on track, like you've righted the ship after the losing streak?
I don't know if the ship was ever not right. I think it was a learning process. I think our guys, mainly, I think Jacoby, probably more than anybody, learning how to really try to run a team. You go back to the games, and I think more than anything, the last 10 days, 11, 12 days, our guys realize how much they need each other. We still, and that was a good question. I think Ben, you asked me about the first 4 minutes. I actually said to him, would somebody put the ball inside without us having to call a play? We worked so hard at trying to get them to understand playing inside out, and because we got post guys that can score, and I also think they're willing passers, and we can shoot the ball. I mean, the highest percentage shot there is those inside out threes, stationary threes, and we need to get more of them. And the more those guys can deliver inside, the better looks those guys are going to get from the perimeter. But if they don't get it inside, people have no reason to collapse back down in there. But I think that's probably has been as much as anything, just, again, to continue to understand the game, understanding each other, and how they all need each other to really maximize each other's games.
What do you like about Mo right now? Where's he progressed, and where's he still need to progress?
He's got really good hands. He does that. Again, we all love him because he doesn't flinch. I mean, I can get on him obviously about whatever, and he's really coachable. It's just, again, consistency, and he's competitive. He's got a different maybe looking shot, but he can shoot the ball. He's a good finisher. He is good on the ball. Not just him, but 90% of our team still has to get better away from the ball. But he's a great teammate. He is. I mean, it's hard when you have as many guys that are really close like we do. But the great thing about it, we're going to play the hand that's getting it done that day. And if he's the guy, he'll be the guy. If not, he's going to encourage the guys there. And I think I can say that about every one of the guys on our team.
Yes, Coach. Just going back to Dwayne Brown and his performance, what else stood out to you intending to fulfill his role as a starter?
You say what, Dwayne?
Dwayne Brown, yes.
Well, again, I mean, you look at his rebound. I mean, he did a great job doing that. Dwayne's a really He really understands how to play. We love the fact that when he's up high, he is a connector. He can keep things going. Really good passer, sees the game. Probably our best post player in terms of knowing how to get position in there first, score before he gets the ball. But very unselfish. And as he continues to really do things, understand defense at the level that we need him to, and learning how to play when he's tired. That's the two things that he's got to continue to grow in, and he will, because the more he's out there, the more he'll understand how valuable it is to stand to play, even when he's tired. And he's already improved tremendously with that. But I've said it from day one. He's just now getting going to be the kind of player that we think he would come on this early. We didn't know, but we knew that we believed in him, and because he comes out of a great program where he's been so well coached, and from the time he got here, he and Felix went at each other all summer, and there was no doubt that he's been the biggest surprise come after the start of the season, at start of practice in the summer.
Yeah, Rick, this is a unique, you've had freshmen play, but to have so many that have come in right away and play, what separates this freshman class from the others that you've had?
Well, I've said before, we were really excited about our freshman class. Again, just so much credit goes to our staff. They are really, really highly experienced evaluators. They know how to evaluate not only our needs, but what they know will fit within our program. And probably as much as anything with this class would be their mental makeup. And we talk about it with them. Obviously, we know we got to get guys that can shoot the ball, score the ball. We know they're going to go through a growth period, which they all have. But again, it's mentally probably as much as anything, and they've learned. They're learning as we go here. They didn't know this summer probably why, how we were doing a lot of the things that we were doing, but they stayed with it, and we've got a long ways to go still. But we've got a group of guys that I know they want to be good, and we'll just keep trying to get better a little bit each day.
Coach, Amari Abram, 15 points on one end and then 3 steals on the other end. Just what did you see from him tonight?
That's him. He's capable of like that. He's capable of being an explosive, making those explosive plays for you where, when he shoots it, we think when he gets his feet set, I would say that with most of the guys on our team, we feel when they get their feet set and shoot it with the way they practice that we feel good about it. But he's been a really good on-the-ball defender. He's made some really big plays for us and got great hands. He still obviously has a problem with his wrist, but he never says anything about it. He just keeps going on down the road and doing his business. And we need him. We need his experience, definitely. We need that because he's played at this level before. He knows what it's about, and he also knows what's coming.
Jalen Carey's been pretty efficient, whether scoring or getting the rebounds the last 5 or 6 games now. What do you think has contributed most to this heightened level of production we're seeing recently?
Well, again, Jalen is somebody, everybody on this team loves him, know that we need him, know that we need more from him. Even what he's given us, we need more, and we need it to know what we're going to get every night. He's really working hard at trying to get out of his comfort zone. That's, if I would say, the knock on him has been that sometimes he plays, sometimes he doesn't want to get out of his comfort zone. I can tell you he's trying to do that. He's really working hard at trying to, and it's hard. I mean, if it were easy, more people would do it. And he knows that every game that he goes out and shows us what we know he's capable of, he raises the bar, and we're going to continue to raise it because, again, he's one of those guys that I don't even think he's gotten started how good a player he can be if he really is willing to make himself hurt. And it hurts when you're tired to have to find a way to fight through it, physically to go down there and know you're going to get double team, triple team, not much room to work. And if and he can pass the ball, if he'll just keep doing what he's doing. he can get so much better for us.
Just what did you see from Amari Evans tonight, building off of the Louisville performance?
Again, Amari is same. You know, he only played 7 minutes in the Louisville game because of fouls, and we told him he's going to have to correct that. And I thought tonight he loosened up a little bit too much. He got driven by because I think he's trying to be conscientious of not trying to foul. But he can't lose his physicality. That's what makes him the player that he is. So again, that's a freshman that's trying to figure it out. You know, how much can I get in there and be physical? How much can I back off? And that's not his game. You know, he's going to have to play with the tenacity. I mean, that's who he is. But it's experience, and again, the more he gets to go through it, the better he'll get with it.
You feel like Jacoby took a step forward this week in being able to run a team?
Yeah, I mean, he turned it over there twice. I didn't know it. Because I got mad at him on those turnovers. He was forcing it, but somebody told me he had 9 turnovers, and somebody wanted to get him to 10, and I didn't know that. And if I'd have known that, he wouldn't have, you know. But is that right? 9 assists. I'm sorry, 9 assists. He's had 9 turnovers too, so I was expecting that. You know, I guess he was trying to get there. He'd have had a double-double if he'd have played the way he was 3 weeks ago. But he's getting better. He's learning how to really run a team. I mean, he's never really been asked to do that at the level that we want him to, and I think Bishop's helped him some with it. I really do. I think that's helped him, and but give him credit. He realizes he's got to learn, and he's trying. He really is trying to do that. Thanks, Coach. All right, thank you guys. Merry Christmas.